data smoke, there is business fire. You remember that comment of there's no smoke without fire? But Redman said, where there is data smoke, there is business fire. Today, we light the fire of innovation, impact, investment through the clarity this data provides. I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the management and to the board of DBN, as well as the incredible team and colleague and every stakeholder who has contributed to making this vision a reality. This launch is not the finish line, and it's very important I stress this. It's not the finish line, but it is the foundation. The true impact of these assets will be seen in how it is used by government, by banks, by investors, by the regulators, by all stakeholders, and by the SMEs themselves. Let us commit to not just storing this data, but stewarding it, and let it guide our decisions, shape programs, and measure progress. As we look ahead, I'm reminded by this quote by Jeff Weiner: data powers all the decisions that we make. So may this milestone empower every stakeholder with the clarity and confidence to shape a stronger future for the Nigerian MSMEs. Thank you very much. I stuck to the script. At this point, I'm going to welcome the data analyst to just do a snapshot of the data asset, and you can go live on your phones and your systems and your laptops, and it will walk us through what to expect as we go through the journey of our data asset. And remember, like we said, it's just the beginning. We'll keep on enriching it and refining it also with your help. And we please implore you to please interact with it, engage us, give us feedback and comment as we refine our data assets. Please help me welcome Yazid Obadaki. Yazid.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Jeremy, I promised you lunch if you stuck to the script, so I will give you the lunch. Thank you for keeping to the script. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Yazid Obadaki. I'm the data analyst of the Development Bank. I will take you through briefly what the data asset entails and everything about it. Very short bit. So the background, we'll start with the background. Jeremy has already touched most of it. In the country, MSMEs contribute 48% to GDP. That's huge. And we have over 40 million MSMEs. That's about 15% of the total population of the country. This underscores the importance of MSMEs. Now, DBN has also carried out a study to show the funding gap in this space, in the MSME space. That study showed that we have about 11 trillion in funding gap for MSMEs. They contribute 48% to GDP, and we have a funding gap of 11. So this is also a concern. This is huge. The problem is we do not have a centralized repository of data where you can go and so DBN is a thought leader in the MSME space. Next slide. So speaking of being a thought leader in the MSME space, as mentioned earlier, we decided to create DBN data asset. Now, the way we went about this, I'll briefly go through the architecture of how we built it. It's important. So we pulled some data from CBN report, from SMIDAN report, and MBS. Analyzed all of this alongside DBN lending statistics. Now, after analyzing and modeling this, we were able to come up with the web application for the DBN data. Next slide, please. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to the first look at the DBN data asset. This is a snapshot, but this is what it looks like. Next slide. So, we start with the overview tab. The first slide, the first tab, when you open the data asset, the tab has aggregate, summaries, just showing you summaries on GDP, showing you summaries on MSME contribution, GDP, unemployment, and all of that. And at the bottom, you would see chart that disaggregated this by state level, sector level. So go buck wild, go to the website. This is the web address up there. You can check and go through the website yourself. We're just giving you snapshots of what it looks like. The next tab is the MSMEs in Nigeria tab. This tab breaks down the indicators by micro, small, and medium. The overview slide had all of this packed together, but now we disaggregated to show you which has more numbers. So I think from indication we see micro has one, and this is also disaggregated at state level and sector level. Next slide. Now our next tab on the website is the productivity index. This is where we did our analytics on MSME contribution, and we have this also broken down across geographical lines, which is state lines, and also broken down to sector level. And we have a map just to ease the interface for you. If you want to click your own state, you can just click your state on the map, and all the numbers change to that state. Next slide, please. Interestingly, we also have PFI impact data. PFI meaning participating finance institutions. We have data on our lending statistics here. So you can see the lending we've done to all the PFIs, or most of the PFIs, and we also have this broken down by gender line. We have this broken down by state level and also sector level. Rather, demography level and also sector level. There are carousels on each chart. So if you click a chart, it switches from count to amount. So say you're looking at one of the PFIs and you see an amount that has been lended. You can click the chart, it switches to the count of MSMEs that those monies have been given to. Next slide. So as stated earlier, we did a research on funding gap, MSME funding gap in the space, and we were able to put this into our web application also. We have numbers on the demand. The demand MSMEs have, the supply, and the gap. So these numbers are there. You can check them out. Just off the top of my head, I can tell you that the demand of MSMEs is about 13 trillion. What has been met is roughly about 1.something trillion, and the gap is over 11 trillion. So this captures those numbers, also captures funding portfolio by financial institutions and also financing across the region. So you can see which state has more funding than the other, or what region has more funding than the other. Just some research we've done. And it would be nice to also state that we wouldn't stop here. We plan to update this regularly. We also plan to put more features. We want to go predictive. We would have predictive analytics on this so that from today we can tell, have an indication of what will happen tomorrow, just for analytics purposes. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to DBN Data Asset. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The MSME data asset is indeed live. That was a very, very interesting presentation. We've seen what the data has to say. Ladies and gentlemen, please another round of applause for our speakers. Mr. Jeremy Danokai, Head Strategy and Policy DBN, and Mr. Yazid Obaraki, Data Analyst DBN. Thank you very much for that presentation. All right, at this time, we have a documentary that will be beamed live on the screen. So ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts and yes, focus on the screen. Feast your eyes on the screen as we...
My name is Daniel Okon. I am the Chief Executive here at Power Labs Limited.
My name is Adeshina Adeomi, and I'm the CEO at TradeLender.
My name is Tony Wose. I'm the founder and CEO of Niton.
My name is Ifeanyi, and I'm the founder and CEO of Powerful. Powerful is a metering and a payment integration platform that helps large energy projects anywhere in Nigeria, serving multiple energy customers, meter and collect payments efficiently.
TradeLender is a digital bank committed to providing tailor-made financing for small and medium-scale businesses, as well as farmers across Nigeria and emerging markets.
We are currently Nigeria's third largest digital export solution for agriculture, fabrics, and mineral resources to the international market. We've gone on to also provide supply chain solutions for large-scale businesses within the Nigerian ecosystem, and also procurement credit for business that are looking to export into the international market.
Power Labs is a clean energy company founded here in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Our sole aim is to make energy affordable and easily accessible to all. That is a problem we're looking to solve.
Since we started in 2021, we had a clear vision to be able to support small and medium-scale businesses with financial offerings to drive financial inclusion and create the next 1 million jobs by 2027.
Our vision is to become the go-to platform that helps these large energy projects assure revenue more efficiently.
How we heard about DBN was through Agem Capital. So we're in conversation with Agem Capital at the time, and they told us about the DBN Pitch program and how DBN is supporting a lot of large businesses. And so we applied for the program and we got in, and we were super excited that we got into the pitch competition.
We're partnering with Agem Capital, and it was through Agem Capital and Deal Room Nigeria that told us about the DBN Techpreneur Summit in 2024. That's 3.0. And we thought it was a good chance for us to show ourselves and talk about what we do to the world.
In line with our drive, we discovered the DBN Techpreneur Challenge, which was an opportunity for us to be able to establish and also deepen financial inclusion in partnership with the right stakeholders.
I got to know about the DBN Challenge in 2024, sometime very early of 2024 last year, and I read the requirements, saw the application, applied for it, got selected to pitch, and I'm grateful because I became part of the winner. I was actually the first company that was being called out. I remember that wave of excitement that my dreams are finally coming true, that this is a validation of whatever we've been doing up until the moment.
We were more than excited, knowing fully well that there were a lot of amazing startups that were part of that pitch competition, and we were the winners for the 2024. You know, even up until the next day, we were still super excited about how we won, and we were super, still surprised that we won. So that was a major win for us.
DBN provided us with an opportunity for us to be able to increase our credibility within the market. Today, we've been able to facilitate over 7 billion naira to these small businesses. We've tracked over 10,000 new jobs as a result of the value chain that we support and we enhance.
The growth has been, currently, we're on our third generation unit. We're coming up on the fourth one. And so far this year already, we've already done over 33 units. And by the end of the year, we're looking to have clocked about 100 units sold by the end of this year. So that's a good one. And our revenue, in fact, has been growing. As of last year, our revenue had increased by 40%. And this year, we're looking at an 80% revenue increase. And I dare say the platform was DBN.
Last year, we did over $350,000 in revenue, with total transaction of more than $1,150,000. That was a massive growth from before the program. And I can tell you for a fact that DBN has played a very big role in making that possible, thanks to the credibility that they've given us, as well as the partnership that they've provided for us.
Our business has grown astronomically since benefiting from the DBN Challenge. So at first, before the program, we were transacting around less than 30 million naira in terms of monthly transaction volume. We had around less than 1,000 customers that we were processing payments for these large mini-grid operations and energy projects. After the challenge, when we won it, we went to the markets, and because of the brand visibility among mini-grid operators in Nigeria, we were able to increase transaction volumes to around 10,000 customers, which gave us 100 million naira in terms of volume of transaction. That was a direct correlation of the fact that Powerful did win the DBN Challenge in 2024, and we're entirely grateful for that opportunity.
Our team size since participating with the DBN Techpreneur Challenge in 2024 has grown from just 14 to over 24 today, and we are still hiring. We've also been able to enhance our technology, which puts us as the forefront partner for most of the development organizations who are looking to drive financial inclusion across the grassroots.
Today, we are currently handling a project over 250 kVA, and we're looking to do even more.
One of the two things that the DBN Challenge gives to us as a company is the validation that our ideas are true, the validation that it is possible, the validation that we are trying to become, like I said earlier, a go-to platform that helps energy companies collect payments more efficiently. And that level of validation has helped us onboard more customers. We have customers in Abuja, more customers in Lagos. We have also customers in Benin City, growing in terms of transaction volume, onboarding more of their clients, integrating our banking infrastructure with our metering to help them collect payments more efficiently. So I would say the experience has been wonderful, and I'm grateful for this opportunity that the DBN has provided for us.
The biggest thing we got out of the pitch competition and being one of the winners was credibility. DBN is not just investing in startups, they are passionate about supporting you all the way. I believe DBN is more than just investing in startups. They are playing an important role to make sure that these startups exceed and grow exponentially in the Nigerian ecosystem.
One of the specific reference points of participating in the Techpreneur 2024 Challenge was that the organization was very, very apt. They were able to support us through the whole process of application, to the interview process.
They even had a training session for us that took us through how your pitch deck should be tailored, how you're going to pitch to what audience and all that. And it was an amazing experience for us at Power Labs.
I am proud to be a winner of the DBN Techpreneur Challenge 2024.
And we are proud to be one of the DBN Techpreneur Winners 2024.
And I am proud to be the winner of the DBN Techpreneur Challenge 2024.
Thank you so much, DBN. We are proud to be the winners of the DBN Techpreneur Summit 2024.
Bank of Nigeria, financing sustainable.
And yes, you can see that it is not just talk, there's also action that is matching those words. And yes, we've seen on the screen success stories of our winners from last year's Techpreneur Summit. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to beg your indulgence. Please give another round of applause to the Development Bank of Nigeria. It might interest you to know that more than 1.2 million jobs have been created through the bank's various interventions since inception. This is another point where a round of applause is appropriate. Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving very, very quickly. And yes, just before we have the pitch-a-thon, I want to recognize the fact that we have the Managing Director and Chief Executive, Bank of Industry, Dr. Olashukbo Olusi, represented at this event by the Divisional Head Interventions, Bank of Industry, Yinka Adigwe. Round of applause. Wherever you have, just rise, wave to us. Thank you very much. It's an honor to have you with us. Thank you very much. All right, so we have a fun activity that will happen right about now. In fact, it has already started and it will last until 12 midnight. Remember, I did announce earlier that it is important to use the correct hashtags, okay? Let me take that again. Hashtag Control-Shift, CTRLSHIFT, hashtag DBN Techpreneur Summit. Also remember, when you're on Instagram, tag at DEV Bank NG. That's the official handle of the Development Bank of Nigeria at DEV Bank NG. If you're also on LinkedIn, please use the appropriate hashtags and also ensure that, yes, you sign off all your posts with the accurate hashtags. On Instagram, at DEV Bank NG. So, just in case you are wondering why I'm stressing this, it is very important for you to know that we have prizes allocated to those whose posts have the highest engagements. So we're going to be tracking those posts from now until 12 midnight. So please, you will do well to ensure that you use the appropriate hashtags, hashtag Control-Shift, hashtag DBN Techpreneur Summit, tag Development Bank of Nigeria on Instagram at DEVBankNG. Also use the hashtags on LinkedIn. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Please ensure that you participate. All those posts will be tracked. And yes, the ones with the highest engagements from now until midnight will win our prizes. It could be you. So ladies and gentlemen, please ensure that you participate in that activity. Thank you very much. All right, at this time, we'll move straight to the pitch-a-thon. And yes, our judges are ready and raring to go. We have 7 contestants who will be delivering a pitch. We have 7 contestants who will be delivering a pitch, and yes, I will ask them to occupy the seats that are not taken in the front row, so we can easily track their movement and a journey to the stage will be short. So Jolly Trash, Kiki Farms, Coconuto Enterprise, Ventures Limited, Eco Cyclers, Ashabi Tech, Buy Scrap Nigeria. Wherever your representatives are, please come forward. The first row, we have empty seats. First row, so any empty seat in the first row, please just occupy those seats. Thank you very much. That will help us to make quick progress once that session starts. So ladies and gentlemen, our judges are ready and raring to go. And yes, we have our panel of judges right here with us. They will be coordinating this segment of the event. All right, I have been advised that the chairman of Union Bank PLC is with us, Mr. Bayo Adeleke. Round of applause for him. Mr. Bayo Adeleke, Chairman, Union Bank PLC. Thank you very much, sir. It's an honor to have you today. First row, that's behind the white chairs. Any vacant seats, please, all those who will be pitching, occupy the seats. Thank you very much. That will help us to ensure that we know where to look once we start. Thank you very much, all our panel of judges. They are ready and raring to go. Business Development and Relationship Manager, Fintechs at Development Bank of Nigeria, DBN, Ivan Kadri. Round of applause. You're most welcome, sir. It's an honor to have you with us today. The CEO, IT Stack Limited, Mr. Michael Ikenga. Round of applause for him. Thank you very much, sir. You're most welcome. It is an honor to have you with us today. The founder and CEO, Deal Room Comfort, Arosa Osenwege. Round of applause for her. Thank you very much, ma'am. It is an honor to have you with us today. Digital Solutions Architect, Consultant, and Technological Partner at PowerX, Mr. Adeshola Fakile. Round of applause for him. Thank you very much, sir. You're most welcome. It is an honor to have you with us today. And last but not the least, the MD DNG Technologies, Ayola Ogunlade. You're most welcome, sir. It is an honor to have you with us today. So there you have our panel of judges. They will be coordinating this section of the event. And yes, we will be moving very, very quickly so that we can maximize the time that we have available. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, as we move forward. All right, Jolly Trash, where are you? Your representative, if you're in front, just signify by raising your hand. Okay, just take any of the white seats in front. First row, thank you. Kiki Farms, thank you, good. Coconuto Enterprise, thank you. Ventures Limited, thank you. Eco Cyclers, thank you. Ashabi Tech, just signify by raising your hand. Ashabi Tech, thank you. Buy Scrap Nigeria, thank you. So there you have it, our complete pool of pitchers. They will be making their pitch presentations right about now. So once I invite you up on stage, please come on stage. And yes, you have 7 minutes for your presentation. If you look to the right side of the stage, you can see that screen, okay? You can see that we have a timer all set up. So 7 minutes for your presentation. Once you exceed that time allocation, the buzzer will sound. So take note, 7 minutes for your presentation. Once you exceed that time allocation, the buzzer will sound. Once we have that out of the way, we'll also move to the judges. And yes, there's a Q&A session that will last 3 minutes. The timer will also be displayed on the screen. So 7 minutes for the main presentation, 3 minutes for the Q&A, the interaction with the judges. Please ensure that you look to the screen every now and then. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? You don't sound like you are ready. And on behalf of the organizers, I am not happy. So let's do it again. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Is it because you are not one of the 7? It could be you next year. We had 21 last year. So trust me, next year we could come with 50. As long as you're prepared to stay here the whole day. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Yes. All right. Introducing the pitchathon for DBN Techpreneur Summit 4.0. All of our pitch panelists are ready and raring to go. Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome the first representative, Jolly Trash, on the screen.
Good day, everyone. My name is Owolabi Abdulatif, and I'm the co-founder of Jolly Trash. At Jolly Trash, we want to change the way we recycle our plastic waste in our various society, with the use of our mobile phones, whereby you can just put up a call and then we link it to the nearest recycling center. Next slide. Before I proceed, I would like to share a true life story of Aisha, who lives in Zaria local government of Kaduna State. Every morning, her and her family wakes up to the smell of burning plastic, roads and drainage system clogged with waste plastic and other waste materials. One day, our son Yusuf got sick after playing in dirty water, and the doctor said he had a bacterial infection caused by all this dirty water. She was very sad. She was very, very sad, and she wanted to change the situation. So she thought of the possible solution by recycling all this waste plastic. But she could not know, she does not know how to go about it. Also, she does not have access to internet. She does not have a smartphone and had no idea where to take our waste. This is a problem faced by millions of Nigerians. We actually don't know the nearest recycling centers in the country. Next slide. So, next slide, please. Now, the hard truth is that Nigerians face significant waste crisis. According to World Bank, there are 2.5 million tons of plastic that are generated annually. But unfortunately, only 10% is being recycled annually. This deficiency is caused by lack of awareness. According to National Environmental Standards and Regulation Enforcement Agency, 70% of Nigerians do not have easy access to recycling facilities, location and processes. Also, there are poor coordinations between the recyclers, the collectors, and the center that recycles all this plastic waste. Another issue faced by Nigerians today is that, according to Nigerian Communication Commission, most recycling platforms require internet limiting access for 48% of Nigerians with poor or no connectivity. Next slide, please. So, imagine Aisha could make a phone call and then get our waste collected and recycled. What do you think? At Jolly Trash, we connect with a toll-free access. You can, with a toll-free access, users can make a phone call and we connect them to the nearest recycling centers. We don't need any internet access, no apps, no data required, just a phone call. And another good thing about our AI is that this AI can speak different languages, including Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba. And with this, I believe that the rate at which these plastic waste are dumped in our riverine area, our drainage system will be reduced. Definitely. Next slide. Now, how does this call works? You make the phone call. The AI identifies your present location. It locates you to the nearest recycling centers near you, close to you, and then your wastes are collected and then recycled. Next slide. Now, ladies and gentlemen, looking at this QR code, you can scan this QR code and see how it works. Watch a video of it. I give you a few seconds to scan this QR code, please. You can watch a video of it. Then the AI asks you for your personal details, your location, and it will definitely give you the nearest recycling centers. Next slide. Next slide. Next slide, please. Now the revenue model. People might be thinking Jolly Trash is just an idea, but actually, we have been making impact over years. Jolly Trash has generated revenue through partnership and data analytics. Also, we generate revenue from partnership with recycling centers, and also we generate revenue from ads. Because when you put a phone call, there will be an advertisement, and we make money from that. Next slide. Now, the proven traction. So far, Jolly Trust has generated approximately 20,000 US dollars in revenue through recycling center commissions and ringtone advertisement. We have reached out to more than 2,500 active users, and we have received more than 15,000 calls. 500 tons have been recycled, and it has been growing at 30 tons monthly. Also, 20% growing month after month in users. We have partnered with Yale RLC, West Africa, to reach millions of people within 12 months. We have also gotten $5,000 seed funding from the CAD ICT. Next slide. Now, who are our competitors? Our competitors are our recyclers and recycle point. What differentiates us from other competitors? First of all, we are very accessible. We are easy to access. Just a free phone call, you can get to us. And also, we are affordable because this call is actually free. No charges at all. We are efficient and we are sustainable. Next slide. Now, what are we asking for? We are asking for a 6 million equity free funding from DevBank to scale through Jolly Trash voice-powered recycling platform. And in our first month, we aim to improve our scaling of operations by increasing our collection of waste from different areas. In the next 3 months, we want to strengthen our partnerships with other recycling centers. Lastly, in the next 5 months, we want to increase our monetization and our growth. Next slide. Now, meet the CEO of Jolly Trash, which is Yauza Sani Udu, who is an expertise in tech and AI. This is Abna Ayuba Atugan, and the operations and logistics lead. And this is me, Olabi Abdelatif, the development and partnership.
Thank you very much, Jolly Trash. Over to your judges. The microphones in front of you, just press the button to go green. Once it's green, you can speak.
Okay, well done, Jolly Trash. I have one quick question for you.
Okay, sir.
You say 90% of your operation will be AI driven. My question to you is this: how do you train this AI system that you tend to leverage? How are you going to gather the data, train this AI system so that you are certain that the results you will get from it will be accurate? considering the fact that Nigeria is a peculiar place, and considering the kind of business that you're into, you will be needing the involvement of a lot of people in the rural areas, true or false? So my question is, what's your methodology currently in terms of gathering data to train the AI system that you intend to leverage?
Yeah, thank you very much. I really appreciate for this question. We have trained the AI in a way that once you make a phone call, it gets your information, asks for your information, your name, your present location, and automatically it will definitely tell you the nearest recycling center that is close to you. And we have a partner which does pickup for this waste product. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, and another question for you. If we look at the ecosystem of Jolly Trash, right? Just correct me to see if we're aligned. You have Jolly Trash, which is you guys, right? And then you have the collectors, right? Is it the collectors or the recycling centers?
Yeah.
Right? So you guys aggregated the recycling centers. You said about 1,200 of them, right?
Yes, sir.
Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what you do is you are connecting my house, for example,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
I mean,
exactly.
if I'm a customer, right?
Yes, sir.
To the recycling
Recycling center, exactly.
centers,
Yes, sir.
correct?
Yes, sir.
So I'm trying to help you to outline yourself very well, right? So Jolly Trash is connecting users, people here, everybody, and their houses to recycling centers.
Recycling center.
So the workflow is, if I want to, I'm in my house, and then are there specific types of bins that are used to do the collection?
Are there what?
Specific types of bins or that are being used, or specific type of waste being collected?
For now, basically we are collecting plastic waste
Only plastic waste.
for now.
Okay.
But as time goes on, we are aiming to collect other waste products like polythene bags and other sort of waste products that can be recycled. Understand, sir? So for now, we are working on our recycling of our normal plastic bottles or the PET size bottles. So with time, we will improve on that stuff.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Jolly Trash. A round of applause for Jolly Trash. Thank you. Kiki Farms, please be on standby. Coconato Enterprise, please be on standby. Venth Ventures Limited, please be on standby. Ladies and gentlemen, our first pitch presenter off the stage. Please make welcome our second presenter, Kiki Farms. Please remember to stay close to the lectern, all right, while making your presentation. There's a microphone right there on the lectern. Thank you. Timer is on the right. Kiki Farms, let's have this presentation on the screen, please. After Kiki Farms would have Coconato Enterprise. After Coconato Enterprise would have Venth Ventures Limited. After Venth Ventures Limited, we'll have EcoCyclers. So that will be the sequence. Kiki Farms on stage right about now. You have your presentation on stage.
All right, good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Favor Adeli, I'm a farmer and the co-founder at Kiki Farms Global Limited. At Kiki Farms, we are one of Nigeria's fastest growing agri-tech and innovative food distribution company that distributes proudly Nigerian products across 3 continents. We distribute in Lagos, Nigeria for Africa. We distribute in North America, and we distribute in Europe. We basically earn between 10 to 20% profit margin, and our customers, which are B2B or state and export market, pays us between 5 to 10 working days. And here are trusted brands, over 50 multinational brands that we serve weekly, including this hotel. Next slide. All right, thank you. So why do we decide to focus on the hospitality and export markets in Nigeria? Right, the hospitality sector in Nigeria imports over $1 billion worth of food products that can be produced in Nigeria by proudly Nigerian farmers. Okay. All right, the hospitality sector again imports. Oh, sorry. Okay. All right. Thank you. So the hospitality sector in Nigeria imports over $1 billion worth of food product that can be produced in Nigeria by proudly Nigerian farmers. And at Kiki Farms, we're focused on changing this narrative, empowering our farmers, more like I as a farmer and my parents as farmers, empowering farmers to basically produce to meet international standard. Because next slide, the problem is basically because Nigerian farmers can't produce to meet international standard in terms of quality, packaging, and distribution. So Kiki Farms decided to focus on changing this narrative. Next slide. All right, so what again is the problem? Food price instability and lack of credit. To basically deal with multinational hotels and restaurants and supermarkets, either in Nigeria or Europe, right? Most farmers do not have the capacity to meet demand and meet the specification. And in terms of capacity to consistently supply all year round, that is the gauge that Kiki Farms is building. Next slide. All right, so we've decided to empower 1,500 farmers in our ecosystem to produce over 30 varieties of proudly Nigerian food products ranging from livestock, fruits, and vegetables, powered with our cold chain ecosystem. We distribute to multinational hotels, restaurants, and supermarkets, and they pay us within 5 to 10 working days. Next slide. Right, so this is the back end of our platform works, right? Our farmers from our cold hubs, meeting international standards with our cold chain ecosystem, and we get paid within 10 to 15 working days. And yeah, this is our back end. Next slide. Right, so in 2024, we decided to change our business model. We made an audited revenue of 160.3 million naira. Our accounts are audited for the past 3 years, and we have tax certificates for that. And we basically distributed over 100 tons of food products that could have been wasted, and we transformed the lives of 1,500 farmers. Right, and with that, in 3 years, at least 200 children of poor farmers have returned back to school. I think maybe we deserve a round of applause for that. Next slide. Right, as some of our judges can see here, we have an LPO of 10 million naira. We have an LPO from this hotel to supply about 5.995 million naira worth of food products. We are a registered vendor, and it's very hard to find proudly Nigerian brands supplying multinational hotels in Nigeria. Here are some of our clients: Lagos Continental, Radisson Blue, Moving Peak, and we supply all these brands weekly, changing the narrative of what a proudly Nigerian brand can do. Next slide. Right, here. So why are we pitching today, right? We're pitching for a 10 million naira grant to basically support our monthly demand. According to our latest survey from our customers, we have over 80 million naira in monthly produce demand that we can meet up to. We decided to just show you 2 LPOs, which is worth over 10 million. Next week, we're going to be delivering product worth over 20 million. But our current our current working capital, rather, it can't basically meet that demand because we have 80 million. So we're always waiting to get paid within 10 to 15 working days to keep recycling our payments. So this hotel, we get payments from them within at least 3 times within a month. So before we could recycle that money, we don't have enough capital to basically meet more demand, right? So for this hotel, they basically get products worth over 30 million naira monthly from us. But with your 10 million naira grant today, we're going to ensure that within the next 6 months of 2025, we achieve an additional 72 million naira and a 6 million naira gross profit. And we're going to empower 60 more farmers, and it's going to basically increase our revenue by 30%. Next slide. All right, so within the first 6 months of 2025, we've basically been able to achieve what we achieved last year within 1 year. We achieved this in the first 6 months of 2025, right? We've done a revenue of 159.3 million, 18 tons of fish products, 9.2 tons of chicken, and over 20 tons of fresh vegetables, right? That could have been wasted because, again, our farmers by themselves cannot bridge this gap. But with Kiki Farms innovation and using technology, we've been able to ensure that we're changing the narrative and empowering and supporting farmers. Next slide. Right, so here, these are my team of great people focused on this journey together because, again, I'm a child of a farmer who basically struggled to basically go to school, and going to school all through my university was through starting a farm. But again, I decided not to just focus on only myself. and think about how we can create a brand that supports thousands of farmers and ensuring that poor children of farmers would have more reasons to go to school because their parents are empowered. Next slide. Next slide, please. No, previously, yeah. All right, so here, this is the current rating for most of our hotels, including this one. They rate us 90% in terms of product quality. We've had 0 rejections for the past 3 years. It's very hard for any brand to tell you that, and multinational hotel has not rejected your produce. They've never rejected our produce, right? Our customer service, 79%, reliability, 80%, impact on operations, 70%. Capacity to meet demand is still at 45% because we don't have enough working capital. So we keep rolling over our working capital weekly to keep meeting more demands. Next slide. Right, so yeah, if we emerge as the winner of this competition, this is what the impact is going to be like for the next 6 months. We're going to empower 100 more farmers to produce at least 3 tons of chicken monthly and 1.2 tons of fish products monthly so we can meet more demand. 35 children of poor farmers will have more reasons to go to school because, again, their parents' farms are operational, sustainable, and profitable through Kiki Farms because we have ready demand. And currently, we have an 80 million naira monthly demand that we can't meet up to. We struggle to meet at least 45 million naira monthly. Next slide. Next slide, please. Next slide. All right, so here, this is the LP from this. This is about 5.955 million naira. That was sent 2 days ago, and we have to meet that demand by next week, Monday. Next slide. All right, here is another LPU, about 3.990 million. We have to still, again, meet that demand. And I think for our judges, we have LPUs. Aside that, we have invoices that are stamped, are dated, and signed, right? And you can see some of the great things that we're doing. Next slide. All right, that's all for now. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Kiki Farms. It's time for Q&A. Don't be in a hurry to leave the stage. Judges, over to you.
All right. Well done.
Thank you.
So my question is, what do you do exactly?
We do distribution, right? Where we realized we started as a farm, right? I'm a farmer from birth, right? So we produce product, right? Like vegetables, fruits, chicken, and then we used to sell to B2C, that's to customers. And then we realized in order for us to scale, it's going to be very hard. So we decided to change our focus and focus primarily on B2B. So we empower farmers to produce for us, right? Over 30 varieties of products like cherry tomatoes, bell peppers, habaneros, parsley, and then we offtake with our coaching ecosystem powered with technology and distribute to hotels, restaurants, and we also export as well. That's what we do.
So how do you onboard a farmer?
Great. Very easy. I grew up in a community of thousands of farmers, and my parents are farmers, grandparents are farmers, right? So we onboard farmers in Ogun State and Oyo State that produce varieties of products for us, from chicken, vegetables. We onboard them, we engage them, we understand what their need is, we understand the capacity of the farm, we understand what they need in terms of production. Yes, and what we do aside that is we have partners who are input dealers, who gives our farmers food seeds on credit, who give them day-old chicks on credit, with the agreement that Kiki Farms is of taking everything from them, right? So our farmers have trust, and this model has been working for 2 years now, that we're going to offtake all of the produce for them with our coaching ecosystem. So most multinational hotels, they go on our back end and input what they need, and we get that data, and we work with that. So we have a predicted data that we work with monthly to meet more demand. So our farmers produce locally where I was born and grown, right? Then we offtake with our coaching ecosystem, and we deliver with cooling vans, and we have our cold hubs as well.
Well done. How do you use technology to streamline your process?
Yeah, that's
in
very
the most
good.
basic way. I'm not talking about an elaborate app or anything like that, but how do you?
We use technology first of all to, in terms of communication, right? In terms of communication to external parties like hotels, restaurants, including this one, or in-house or with our farmers, where we have technology helps us in terms of communication, in terms of making things faster and more efficient, right? So something that should ordinarily take like an hour, 30 minutes, you can get it done in less than 10, 15 minutes, right? So technology really helps us in data, disseminating data quickly and updating our farmers on what to do and how to and what to do and how to get it done. And because we deal in an industry that is heavy on specification, right? You could have 100 million. So if I'm to quickly wrap that up, you could have 100 million worth of produce today. If it's not meeting the specification, they're going to reject it, right? So in terms of sharing information clearly, our farmers understanding them, are proving that they understand and producing according to specifications, primarily what we do.
Thank you very much, Kiki Farms. And now you can leave the stage without fear. All right, thank you very much, Kiki Farms. Up next, we have Coconuto Enterprise. Thank you. Coconuto Enterprise, please on stage. Venth Ventures Limited, please be on standby. Echo Cyclers, please be on standby. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Coconuto Enterprise.
Good afternoon, everyone. All right. Good afternoon, judges. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jacob Uluwayomife Abiodun, and I'm the founder and the CEO of Coconuto Enterprise. When you hear the word Coconuto, what comes to your mind? You definitely know that this is a business playing in a unique space called the coconut value chain. And what are we doing? We are a climate-smart agri-tech company in the coconut value chain. We develop technologies that help farmers to dehusk coconuts, processors to deshell coconuts at an efficient and optimized time, and convert the waste in this value chain into valuable products. Our dehusking and deshelling machines are locally fabricated by us, and it is glad for me to tell you that these machines are actually patented already. And our sustainability hub, where we run sustainability, we convert the waste of the shells and the husk into valuable products like cocoa peat, fiber, and briquette charcoal. At the moment, we are still doing, what we do is just the husk, where we convert to cocoa peat and fiber, please. Next slide, please. We have a digital marketplace we use to connect farmers and processors because we discovered that the challenge in this value chain is quite enormous. Aside from the technology that they don't have, there's a large amount of waste that is gathered in this value chain. You will permit me to say that about 80% of the coconut waste and about 80% of the waste in this value chain happens to be the waste of the husk and the shell, which end up on landfills and become burnt, which releases carbon to the environment. And you will believe me to know that these wastes are actually valuable products that are needed locally and internationally. Next slide, please. In Nigeria today, we are practicing sustainable agriculture. That is the use of hydroponics and soilless farming, where the cocoa peat that is used in this value chain happens to be imported, not produced here in Nigeria. And you will admit that the waste in this value chain are so much that can be converted into this cocoa peat locally, but we don't produce. Why? Because there is no technology that can help us to do this here locally. And we build our technology here in Nigeria to convert this. We produce cocoa peat, we produce coconut fiber, and we also intend to start producing cocoa pods made from the coconut fiber, which is biodegradable and is an alternative to your plastic in used for planting. Next slide, please. Our markets are, people we target are soilless farmers, horticulture, everyone who wants to practice sustainable agriculture in their home. With our cocoa pots, you can plant in your home. With our cocoa pits, you can use as a soil in your compound. And also, by the time we start producing our briquettes, we are eliminating the use of wood as charcoal. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Our traction so far. So we have a small machine that we use that produces 5 kg per day because we just commenced fully in January. And you will believe me that we have made sales of over 100 bags, which has accrued us about 150K in the last 6 months. Yes, it's quite small. It's because we just started. But you will believe me that in the next few months from now, we are intending to produce about 3 tons of cocoa peats because we have gone down to Badagry to pack a whole lot of waste. Our hub is in Ikorodu, Lagos here, where we convert the waste of this husk into this valuable product. But the difficulty in accessing the raw material is a challenge for us. So we decided to get a land in Badagry, very close to the coconut farmer, that will take our dehusking machine to service them and access the husk rather than disposing. Yes, these farmers are making money while we do this. So it's not just that the farmers are giving us for free. We pay for the husks that we get. And we've commenced the fabrication of our molding machine, an amazing product that will be coming out soon. We have started the fabrication, almost done. By the time we are done, you will see our product out there. Next slide, please. Our financial projection is that we don't want to do too much and we are not being too optimistic. But the truth is, with our 3 ton, we intend that before the end of this year, we are able to generate a total sale of about 6.95 million from sales of our cocoa pods, our coconut fiber, which recently we got a demand of about 5 bags from us. And our cocoa pod, of course, that has been going out into the market. Then in the next 5 years from now, we are looking at hitting a very big market of eating a very big revenue of over 15 million in terms of our projection. And this is just a minimum, because by the time we start our briquette charcoal, we know that our revenue will increase. Next slide, please. Our use of fund. Yes, we want to complete our molding machine. We've started the fabrication, yet to complete it, but we're having a little bit of challenge because we are not importing. We intentionally want to build this year. So it's taking a lot in terms of R&D. And we've bought our land in Berefu. We bought a plot in Berefu where we want to put our plant. And we also want to get more land where we can instill our plants there for easy production and also easy access to the farmers. We pay for where we stay at the moment, and it's a lot because we just expanded our land. We just expanded our rents because the place we started is a small place, but now we are expanding because of our new machine. And we are getting a mini truck to make transportation easy for us. Our R&D is still ongoing. We are not importing in our company. We want to locally fabricate. Next slide. Next slide. Yes, with me on this journey, our amazing and wonderful set of team. These are just a few of my team. We are 7 in numbers, but I have 4 of them on the slide. And this is to tell you that with me, I have amazing guys who are really good and they are passionate about this solution. This is not about running a business. This is about addressing the need of people. The coconut value chain has suffered a lot over the years, and I will tell you for free that farmers are leaving this value chain. Why? Because of the difficulty, because of the issue of accessing the market. Yes, we produce palm oil. Yes, we produce vegetable oil and several oils, but nobody wants to play in the coconut value chain because of that difficulty. And that is why a young man like myself and my amazing team have decided to come together to address this problem. I recently had an injury on my hand from this value chain, and I decided not to stop, to keep pushing, because we can transform and revolutionize the African value chain with coconut. So thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Coconato. Judges, over to you.
Jacob, hi. Great job. I have 2 questions. The first question is, sorry, I kind of struggled with where the technology comes in. And my second question is, you gave a lot of context as regards revenue. I wanted to know what your cost is. If you can share insight, that would be great. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So for the part of technology, our machines are hardware technologies. So we have software technology that connects both the farmers and the buyers together. Our web platform is yet to go live. You could check us www.coconut.africa. So it is the platform where you can buy anything coconut, ranging from the coconut oil, from anything coconut. At the moment, it's yet to go live, like I mentioned. We are yet to complete it, our MVP. So we have an accessibility platform. We have an hardware technology, which is our deosking and deshelling. So our deosking can do a minimum of 500 to 900 per hour. Within 7 seconds, you have your fiber out and your coconut rolling at the other side. Our deshelling can do 240 to 400 per hour, removing the shells of the coconuts. You could check our social media handles. We have videos of those machines working, right? Then in our Cocoa Cycle Hub, we have a decorticator that separates the fiber and the husk of coconut. This is locally built by us. Our mini machine is what, please, can you take it back to where I spoke about our Cocoa Cycle Hub? You will see the machine running. It's a small machine. At the moment, recently or yesterday, we just completed our 200 kg capacity. That's properly, fully automated, separate the cocoa pits and separate the fiber at the other end. So that is the place of technology. We are doing hardware, pure hardware, and yes, our accessibility platform is the software, right? Then in the place of our numbers, sorry, my slide is up. So every projection you see there is based on what we are doing at the moment, right? We are looking at with our 3 tons capacity, we could do above 3 tons. We've done 150, and that's about 300 kg of coconut husk that have been converted. And believe me, all husk we converted was gotten from Ikorodu. We didn't get any from Badagry, not until now when we brought in about 150 bags of coconut husk from Badagry, right? And that is what we are looking at will give us a total of about 3 tons by the time we convert it into cocoa peat. Then the fiber, we have a lot of fiber at the moment. In our hub, we have about 22 bags of coconut fiber that we have stocked in. And by the time we convert 3 tons, you can imagine how many fiber we are also going to be stocking, right? So these fibers will be sold, right? But some of it will also be used to produce our cocoa pot by the time our machine is completed. And that's why I put in those numbers to be more realistic. That, okay, if we commence our production, can we do 2,000 from this? Yes, we can. This is the amount it will be if we start selling, right? Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Coconato Enterprise. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we just listened to the third pitch presenter at DBN Techpreneur Summit 4.0. And yes, up next we have Venth Ventures Limited. Venth Ventures Limited, up next on stage. Eco Cyclers, please be on standby. Ashabi Tech, please be on standby. Buy Scrap Nigeria, please be on standby.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, judges. I'm sure you've heard this saying, you can't eat your cake and have it. But what if I tell you, you can drink in a cup and eat it? How does that sound? My name is Dr. Yepwi Harriet. I am the co-founder of Venth Ventures. We are the makers of the EdVen Edible Cup. So my company, my brother and I, is a green tech startup. Now, what we plan to do is to replace these single plastics, these unusable plastics that are available with our edible cup. The cups are made of fiber-rich coconut, so I felt a bit intimidated seeing somebody else in the space coming up before me. But it's made of fiber-rich coconut, and it is biodegradable. So even if you don't want to eat your cup, be sure that in 14 days, it will degrade without a trace. Now, remember that we have problems with plastic in our gutters, in our our sewages, in our landfills. So with this, it's a replacement. Please. Okay, so what is the problem we're trying to solve? Single-waste plastics. Replacing it a cup at a time. And taking from this event, our control shift. This is it. So we've seen the numbers. Nigeria generates about 2.5 million tons of plastic. 88% of that ends up in our landfills. That was recorded by INEDO in 2022. And of course, Lagos State is already in the forefront of trying to reduce these numbers by reducing chloroform and plastic bags that are being used. Next slide, please. So what is our solution? It's the EdVen Edible Cup, a sustainable tableware which is safe for consumption, and of course, reducing the reliance on the single-use plastics. Next slide, please. Okay, so what's our total market size? It's believed that edible cups will have an 89 million, valued in 2023, but that's what the projections are saying. Next slide, please. Our target market, anybody that can hold a cup, from a toddler to the elderly. And of course, we are not gender specific. What does it bring? Sustainability-minded individuals would enjoy it. Health-conscious individuals will also enjoy it. And then people who also seek uniqueness would also enjoy it. So, market strategy. Now, we are a business-to-business to consumer group. What we do is that we upscale, we produce and give to businesses, and then we can also give to consumers who want to, get the use of our cups for their private use. So places we intend to sell our business: hotels, corporate organizations, schools, restaurants, cafes, retailers. How do we intend to promote our business? So this is where the tech part comes in. So we have our website, which is ongoing. We intend to use digital marketing, social media influencing, offline, online engagements, and of course, partnership with our food vendors. Our prices, premium value for now, and then value added bundle, and we also have loyalty programs and discount. Next slide, please. So what's our competitive advantage? We tick all the boxes. We're waste-free, we're plastic-free, we're low carbon emission, standardized size. We have the waste upcycling. We are made in Nigeria, for Nigeria, by Nigerians. And I would proudly say that we are the innovator brand of this right now. Next, please. And it's also a healthy snack. Okay, so in the last 7 months, in new business, we say we have replaced about 3,000 cups. We can say that because, of course, we have sold about 4,000 units. We have had return customers. And then we also upcycle. So these are coconut our shells, our briskets that we make. And then those are coconut buttons. We've also tried to, do some community work where we went to a school, SDG 3, 5, 12, and in 13. And then we also donated the buttons that, unfortunately, this is not so visible. That's what's on the top of the uniforms. Next, please. So what is our ask? We want to expand our business. We want to improve our reach. We want to be able to say that in the next 1 year or so, we have replaced, right now we're saying we've done like 3,000. We want to do about 15,000 and more. We want to be able to get machines. Right now, this is handmade. We want to mechanize what we're doing. We want to get the ovens, the packaging, the sealing. And then we also want to improve also on our upcycling initiative. Next slide, please. So this is our team, co-founders, and the other wonderful members that we have. Next slide, please. Now, I would like to say, single-use plastics, especially these plastic rubbers that we have, end up in our landfills. We want to replace each plastic 1 cup at a time. We want to control shift each plastic 1 cup at a time. So please join us as we nourish your bodies and, of course, improve our environment. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Venth Ventures Limited. Thank you very much. Our judges, over to you, please.
Right. Well done. So can I take coffee with a cup?
I'm sorry, ma'am?
Can I take coffee with a cup?
Okay, so for now, we are still trying to improve the viscosity of liquids that the cup can actually hold. Minimum of 15 minutes before it starts to break down when you have things like your parfait, your yogurts in it, and then a maximum of about 45 minutes when you have ice in it. So for hot coffee, no, not at the moment, still a work in progress.
So basically, it's just a type of cup that you can utilize within the next 10, 15, 20 minutes.
Yes,
at the most 45 minutes.
Yes, at the most 45 minutes.
Or whatever liquid you have in it.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's splendid for parfaits, for yogurt drinks, yes. But for those who with less viscosity, we haven't perfected that yet. The work in progress.
Okay, well done. My question is this. What part of the coconut do you use in making your cup?
It's the fruit itself.
The fruit itself,
yes,
okay.
The fruit itself. And we've had a scarcity of coconut. So I'm also, although I was challenged, but I'm also excited that I have met the young man who came before me, who we can partner with to be able to get our raw materials.
Brilliant. One more question. What's your strategy for technology use? I know you mentioned having a website. How do you intend to leverage that in driving your business?
Thank you very much for that question. So what we intend to do is that as we upscale, it will also help us with logistics. You can order on the website and it can be delivered to you, at least within a minimum of a period of time. Of course, I can't say you get it immediately because we know traffic and all that, but we should be able to assure you that, if you have an event for 10 o'clock and you make this order by, let's say, 8, 9:30, we should be able to deliver to you before that time. That's what we plan to do.
And do you have potential partnerships?
Oh, yes.
As far as that is concerned?
I should have mentioned we were recognized by Oxfam last year. We're also recognized by the Milton Foundation also last year. So we're a work in progress, not really known.
Okay, I just have a question around the cost of production per unit compared to, if they are replacing or you're trying to phase out recyclable. So how does that cost compare to?
Okay, so right now, this pack contains 7 cups and it goes for 8,000 naira. So that's what it does, what it contains. Since we are just starting, we are not actually doing the single cup production. So 8,000 naira, depending on the number of people who it would serve, that will now tell us, okay, the number that we need to give. Our projection, we have sold about 58 of these packs in a month. That's on an average. Of course, there are good months and there are bad months. About 58 of them in a month. We had a total of about 460-something thousand thereabouts. That was what our finances is like right now.
And in terms of preservation, so for instance, how does that work?
So like it's we're not using anything artificial. So off the shelf, just produced, still in its pack, it will last 6 months. Just produced, still in its packs, it will last 6 months. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Venth Ventures Limited, thank you very much. Thank you. Ecocyclers, Ashabi Tech, by Scrap Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, please make welcome on stage Ecocyclers. Ashabi Tech, please be on standby. By Scrap Nigeria, please be on standby. Thank you.
Please permit me to stand on the already existing protocol. What if I tell you that this plastic bottle I'm holding in my hand can take about 500 to 1,000 years to decompose? That means this plastic bottle I'm holding in my hands in the year 2025 can live for generations to come. And it would not just be in our environment, taking selfie or sitting in one corner, sitting pretty. It will emit one of the most dangerous gases ever known, which is methane gas, that is known to contribute to respiratory illnesses, cancer, air pollution, and we all know that air pollution is a deadly and a silent killer. My name is Ogechi Nwonye Bernard, and I'm the founder of Ecocyclers, a youth-led social enterprise that is focusing on plastic recycling. We're based in Enugu State, Nigeria. At Ecocyclers, we found out that plastic waste bottles in Enugu State alone, we generate roughly about 420 tons of this waste on a daily basis, contributing to the already existing 2.5 million tons of waste that we generate in Nigeria annually. Please, next slide. And that means we rank mines globally as one of the countries that contribute to plastic pollution. It means that for every plastic bottles that has been produced ever, some are still in the environment, some are still there contributing to hazards to our health. It also means that we have ineffective waste recycling structure in Enugu State, Nigeria, because we have a lot of waste that have been generated, but we do not have recycling centers that can comfortably collect all of this waste, process them for the small and medium scale manufacturing companies. It will interest you to note that these plastic manufacturing companies over the years sometimes have to rely on importation of raw materials to make a new product when these raw materials can be locally sourced by recyclers like us. And also, we have a lot of young people in Enugu State who, after graduation, Enugu State is about estimated of 5 million in population, with a growing population number. We have about 5 universities, both private and state universities. And we have a lot of young people who always want to migrate out of Enugu to Lagos and Abuja. Why? Because there are no industries, there are no job opportunities for them. They all want to jackpot because they are all heavily relying on green jobs, blue-collar jobs and white-collar jobs, when we can also look into the green jobs, green opportunities for them. So at Ecocyclers, we created that awareness where we can be able to see that some of these waste that we collect are effectively recycled. Next slide, please. So we collect some of those wastes, bringing them to our recycling center. We collect them, we collect paper, sachet, pure water, nylon, tin, can. Think of anything that you can think of that is waste that is generated on a daily basis. All of them, at least 75% of them are recyclables. We bring them to our recycling center. We collect them from women in underserved communities, women in local communities, women who do not have enough skills because the world has already left them behind when it comes to job opportunities. We train them in our green skills, green entrepreneurship, and then give them the opportunity to be not just weak speakers, but they earn incentives for every amount of waste that they collect from the environment, and also for the young people. We use a low-cost technology to solve that, using our minimum viable product like the social media, SMS, text message, WhatsApp, to reach out to consumers. We also reach out to businesses, not just households. When we collect this waste, we're able to turn them into products, into raw materials that can be processed by our recycling center, into near virgin raw materials and sold back to the manufacturing companies to make a new product. We're a baby company. The future of our business is to build a recycling plant in the near future. But for now, we have to crawl before we can walk and then run. So also, for incentives, for all of the waste we collect, we provide job opportunities for these women and youths in that community. So we are currently at Enugu South, servicing Ugwaji, Obeagu, Okunano, and Gariki. But we can do more because Enugu South is just one local government. We have about 17 local governments in Enugu State. So we can do Metropolis, we can do Enugu East, Enugu West, and they have the numbers, but we cannot do that now at the moment. Next slide. Our product and services. When we collect this waste, we bring them to our recycling center where we, process them into pellets and then also process them into raw materials like I mentioned. And then when we do that, we sell them back to people who make use of it to make new products like the table, plastic water, the buckets. These are from containers from cream. So those are the things that we process them into. And then we also do processed nylons, pure water sachet, tin and can. We also do training opportunities for women in communities. We train them, we empower them, and then we make them go out, not just as waste speakers, but they become more informed. We have a web platform where young people in that university, in the universities in Enugu State, can also click to check on how many kg of waste, that's to monitor their carbon footprint, to know what they can earn in terms of incentives. And that way we can reach out to university students and collect some of this waste that they generate. So we're servicing the plastic manufacturing companies, like I said, the small and medium scale manufacturing companies, we service them. The next slide, please. So for our numbers, we currently do 5,000 kilograms of waste per month, but we can do even more. 5 tons per month means that we collect for as low as 400 naira per kilo for 2 million, and then with revenue generated for 5 tons per month at 600 naira, we sell for an average of 3 million. And it's also interesting to know that not just the plastic bottles, some of the plastic bottle caps can also be sold separately aside the plastic bottles. So this is just an average for the PET bottles because that is mostly what is being generated in numbers. But for the sachet waste, the can, the tin, they are also there. And then we have 300 direct and indirect customers at the moment and 8 direct employees at our recycling hub. And since inception, since 2023, when we started our business, officially kicked off in 2024 to 2025, this is what we've been doing on an average. So we can do more because, like I said, Enugu generates 420 tons of waste monthly. It means that we can do at least 10 tons of waste on a monthly basis. And we have the numbers, we have the capacity to do it. But we can't do it. And we can also reach out to more women and young people to provide them job opportunities. That is why we want to increase our numbers from this 5 tons per month to at least 10 tons per month. The next slide. The next slide, thank you. So for our competition, we have competitors. We have the Chinese companies in Enugu State. We also have the S-Warmer, like the Loma in Lagos State. But then they do not do recycling, so they only do collection. But we will have a recycling hub where we process these recyclables. We also have our equipment. So for us, we want to see what our competitive advantage is that we do sensitization, advocacy, awareness, what environment. We go out to schools, we talk to people. We have a community of young people, volunteers who are already with us, who want to do this, and they have a capacity to reach out to more people. But then we want to increase our working capital because at the moment, like I said earlier, we do not have enough working capital. We can't do 10 tons per month because that's our capital is not enough to do so. We want to increase from 5 tons per month to 10 tons per month and also put a structure in place where we have our waste, where we have our materials, where we have our recyclables. They are usually in the open place during the rainy season, during the sun. We want to put a shed in place.
Just over to you.
Hi. Great job. It was really interesting learning about your journey. Just have one question. As a new business, you mentioned you're leveraging technology via social media. I was just curious as to how you tend to scale your business, right? If peradventure you awarded the grant, how would you leverage technology to scale your business? Yeah.
How we want to scale our business?
Using technology.
Okay, using technology.
Yeah.
Okay, like I mentioned, that we have about 5 universities in Enugu State. We currently have a web platform where when we reach out to these students, because students are people who come there to school. They sometimes want to leave after school, but they generate waste. Like if I look at this venue currently, I can see plastic waste, and I can know that there are some students that are here. So we reach out to them. We tell them that they can use the web platform using our web calculator. It has a calculator where you can check your carbon footprint to know how much this plastic waste, when you collect them in this room, if it is 10 plastic bottles, it calculates for you how much it will generate in terms of money. So if it is urgent 2K, if it is urgent 5K, you're able to know, and then you bring it and you reach out to us to say, I have XYZ on the platform. When it gets back to us, we can be able to come and collect it at the spot from you. So yes, we do waste pickup, and that's where we are also generating money and also reaching out to more customers. So aside the offline engagement and all that, we have also the online presence, and we have a volunteer community of young people.
And how do you profile this user base? How do you profile them using technology?
Yeah, so we profile them because we understand that everybody's our target audience, right? Everybody generates waste, households, businesses. But then we look at, for instance, people who generate waste on a very higher number, especially for maybe big businesses. As of recent, Landmark just acquired the Nike Lake Resort, and we intend to give them a recycle bin where they will also be able to put those waste. So how we profile them is that we look at where the numbers are coming out from. There are some communities, like I mentioned, that are very, very high when it comes to plastic waste, different kind of waste, because hotels, businesses, restaurants are domiciled in that axis. So that's how we profile them. So when we are doing word of mouth, when we are doing outreaches, we tend to focus on that too. And then online, we tend to also focus on the universities, because some of the universities, like the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, Enugu campus, IMT, they have the numbers in terms of population. So that's how we profile them.
Do you capture this data? I mean, when I mean profile, do you store this data in such a way that can give you insight?
Okay, yes, we do that. We have a platform where we are able to capture the data. We currently are using one of these data capture officers who reached out to us as to when it comes to how privacy of data are being used. So we collect that information and give it to her, because they are, when it comes to software technology. So, okay, yeah, so we have this data company that reached out to us. They help us with when it comes to data management. So they're able to capture for us and then also help us store this information, because when it comes to privacy, we do not want the information of our, the numbers out there. So we're able to use that to track, to see what we are doing at back end, and also to know how best we can leverage on that in terms of technology.
Thank you very much, Echo Cyclers. Yes, it is all right to conclude your thoughts, even when the buzzer sounds. 10 seconds, that would be great. Ashabi Tech. Up next, Buy Scrap Nigeria. Please be on standby. So ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, we have 2 more pitch presenters. After Ashabi Tech and Buy Scrap Nigeria, we'll proceed on an entertainment/networking break. And yes, that will afford our judges the opportunity to collate their results, put heads together, and come up with a final list of winners. Once they're able to do that in 15-20 minutes, I imagine that we'll come back for the formal announcement of winners/presentation of prizes. Once that is out of the way, we'll have the vote of thanks, and immediately that is done, it'll be time to call it a day and go for lunch. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the flow that we have. We are almost there. On stage right about now, we have Ashabi Tech. You have the stage. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. My name is Abdul Karim Ayuba, the founder and the CEO of Ashabi Tech. If I said they should just put off these lights in this room now, what will happen? Everywhere will be dark, right? We are also part of those contributing to environmental degradation, because as we speak currently, there is a generator downstairs running And the emission coming out of the generator is also affecting our community. So this brings us to the challenge we are facing in Nigeria, which is energy deficiency. We know that the national grid cannot supply to all our needs, which makes Nigerians look at the direction of generator as a source of alternative source of energy. So this generator that we use in our respective homes contributes to environmental degradation, noise, oil spillage, fire hazard at times, and even the recent pump price is making it discouraging. So this brought about the invention of this makes inverter as an alternative source of energy. As we have this inverter, you discover that homes that have inverter, after some months, you discover that they still put on their generator. When you ask why, maybe sometimes it has developed a fault. Who is there to fix it? Most people who come into this industry, for every 5 or 10 people who come into this green energy sector, for every 5 or 10, 8 or 4 of them go into installation. You see inverter installers, who is there to maintain and sustain it? Without the culture of maintenance and sustainability, there is no lifeline for all our gadgets at home. We all need light. We all need energy to sustain ourselves. You are using gadgets here, I'm using gadgets. Everybody is using gadgets. What do we need? We need energy. So on this note, when these inverters, sometimes when they develop fault, nobody is there to pick it, to fix it. Or even if you find after a month, after 2 months, because you can easily find installer, you cannot easily find someone who will maintain and sustain your inverter. So what we are doing at Asabitech is pick up your inverters that have issues, because that was the genesis of our idea. We go there, pick your inverters, fix your inverter, ensure we return it that day, because we don't want you to have a downtime. We want to try as much as possible to reduce your downtime, ensure that you have energy sustainability in your home. Because these days, we have tech guys, we have people who do remote jobs, they want to be at home, they want their laptop being powered, they want their fan rolling, they want the AC being on, doing everything they want to do. No generator noise, no emission, no oil spillage, and even the current pump price is not even encouraging to continue using that. So people who invest into this inverter, and they want to have value for their investment. How do we use technology for some of these things? Sometimes these people, how do they reach out to maintenance or sustainable officer? So we are creating a mobile app where you can reach out to us. Through this mobile app, we'll be able to connect you to the nearest logistics office. This logistics office brings it to us. We fix it. Less than that 24 hours, they take it back to you. Ensure that instead of you being out of power for like 8 hours, we'll be able to reduce it to 4 hours, 3 hours, or even less than that at times. So your work can continue. Just like it's been said that the most precious thing we have in this life is our time. So by the time we reduce your unproductivity time to ensure that you have more productive time. Next slide, please. Next, please. So now in the last 6 months, we've been able to fix over 100 inverters. And we are intending to fix 240 inverters. How can we achieve this? We can achieve this by fixing at least 2 in a day. 2 in a day, 5 working days. We can fix 10 in a week. Fixing 10 in a week will make us fix 40 in a month. Fixing 40 in a month will make us fix 240 or more than that in 6 months. And with this, you'll be able to reduce at least 200 generators that should be running, that will be contributing to the environmental degradation. Now, with this you discover that how can we achieve this? Knowing that we already have a wide gap of installers to inverters that we have, because as we speak, there is a statistics going on, though not yet verified, that for every 10 inverters, it's 10:1 in ratio of maintenance to the number of inverters that we have in circulation. So there is a huge gap. So how can we cover this huge gap? Is we want to, in the next 24 months, which is 2 years, we enroll at least 200 Nigerians into this green tech economy. That by so doing, we'll be able to close this gap, ensure that they have something doing, and create jobs for them. Please, Next slide, please. Also, if we're able to do this, we'll be able to create jobs for them. It's economically beneficial to repair your inverter than replace your inverter. It's for societal effect, it's better to have your inverter running than having your generator running. Also, we create jobs, and we are also in support of the SDG goals, the SDG 7, 8, 11, and 12. Next slide, please. Next, please. I've mentioned this breakdown. Oh, there is one before this. Okay. There is one before this. Okay. How do we generate our income? Our income is being generated through services. How do we intend to use the money we are asking for? We are asking for 6 million naira. And how do we intend to use it? We divide this into two. Set up our workshop where we can train people, buy our toolkit, our diagnostic systems, and we are building a mobile app in such a way that subsequently, anybody who we train, we have a portion on our web where you can be a freelance. For every request, we can match you to the nearest to the nearest technician, who in turn will also be subscribing to us, and that will serve as a source of revenue. The remaining 50% will go to the materials because there are no readily available materials for people to fix their inverter. So we want to go into the commercial aspect of it, where everything that you need to fix your distance is available, is there right in your hand, and you can easily fix your inverter, save energy, renewable energy. Thank you.
Quick question for you to, go into this. Can you tell me how many homes have inverters in Nigeria or within your sampling area?
Okay, just like I said, I'm from Abuja, around Jikoi Karo axis. For every 5 homes, you will find, for every 5 homes, especially around let's say Karo sites, for anybody who knows Abuja very, I'm being specific, is a community based. For every 5 homes, 3 will have inverter installed. And out of that 3, I can bet you that within a month or 2 months, 2 or 1 of it will develop a fault. So 10 homes away, you have 7 inverters, 4 developing a fault that needs somebody to fix it so that they will not keep running generator.
So in essence, can you tell me just one sentence, the actual thing that you guys do with this your proposition?
Do what?
What you actually do? What is this all about?
We fix inverters so people will not continue to use generators that continue to emit into our society.
Good. So you are in the services space?
Yes.
Okay. Using the of course, the technology.
The technology of you making a request, linking you to nearest pickup center, like logistics, who bring it, return it back to you in short period of time to ensure that you don't have a down time.
Okay, sorry, I'm taking so many questions. I just need to clarify very well. You have a lot of assumptions that it's not mathing for me. Excuse my English. There's some assumptions you have, where you can fix an inverter in a day. That's the assumption that this thing is having. That's difficult, right? I mean, for you to come and make a pitch here, it's fine. I mean, you can say that, but at the same time, we have to tell you the truth. What if the inverter needs parts? To go from Jikoyi to Day to go and buy parts, I mean, the whole day is gone. So what I would just say is, look at your assumptions very well, make sure they are realistic. And
it's not all inverters that you have to go to Day. In some cases, some you can immediately fix them. We are operational. I can give you our address. Suite 8 and 9 Gata Plaza, Jikoyi Phase 1. You can come there and come and verify. It's verifiable. It's not all inverters that you have to go to Day or whatever to get it.
Okay, I understand you. I'm just telling you, right? Just like you said now that it's not all inverters, right?
Yes, sir.
But your presentation tells us that everything will be fixed in a day. Do you understand me? Okay. So I'm just saying, make it realistic. Okay. If not for now, for later. Okay?
Right. Thank you, sir.
Also, if you you claim that there will be no downtime. I mean, you pick up so that the person doesn't have
So we'll reduce downtime.
You reduce downtime, okay. Because if you pick up my inverter and I have issues with my generator and light issues in my area, I already have a downtime. As soon as you pick up the inverter, I already have a downtime. You understand? So, like my colleague has mentioned, the assumptions has to be realistic.
This is what I'm trying to say, sir. Ordinarily, the problem, the challenge is people hardly see who fix, keeping them days away. Now, with our own solution, if they pick it and they are working on it immediately, you don't have that problem you used to have. Then reducing your downtime.
Thank you very much, Ashabi Tech. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, our final pitch presenter for DBN Techpreneur Summit 4.0 by Scrap Nigeria. Thank you very much, Ashabi Tech. Thank you. By Scrap Nigeria on stage, our final pitch presenter for DBN Techpreneur Summit 4.0. Let's have a PowerPoint presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, judges. My name is Indama Joshua Alainka. I'm the founder of By Scrap Nigeria. I grew up in Oshodi, and I used to be part of the people they call Bola, people they call Condemn. So we used to go out to buy condemned materials, scrap materials, especially e-waste and batteries. And most times when we buy these batteries, because most of my colleagues in the business were Awusas, so we were not really educated on a responsible way of recycling e-waste. So when we buy the batteries, the compressors, we throw the oil inside the gutter. The batteries also sometimes it can get buzzed during when we are carrying it, pour on our body. And also the copper wire in most of these e-waste, we burn them. As you can see, next slide. As you can see in the next slide, that was what we did. So from 2018, since I graduated, that was the process we were doing till I would say 2022, 2023, when I began to go for programs like this, and I was able opportunity to learn about a proper way of recycling. And I met companies that are heading into the recycling industry. And so this is the problem. According to the UN report, 80% of Nigerian waste are not responsibly recycled. We just recycle them the way we do. So just 20% are recycled in a responsible way. That's a big problem. And Nigeria is actually a dumping ground for e-waste in Nigeria. We buy from Computer Village, we buy from Alaba. There are so many e-waste, even as we're coming. Somebody customer told us that they sent keyboard, hard drive, and e-waste all the way from abroad to them. And for the past 5 years, it was in the store. How will they dump it? He wanted to sell to the people that buy, the bowler that buy on the road, but he reached out to us online. So that is the problem we are trying to solve. Next slide, sir. So basically what we want to do is just to digitalize the e-waste industry. Let us formalize it, which is what we are trying to do. The informal sectors, we still work with them. We are not taking them out. We are working with them on the community level. But we are just trying to tell them, educating them, and buying from them so that we are going to send it to the recycling companies we are partnered with so that it can be sorted, it can be collected and sorted and sent for proper recycling. And so how we are doing this is through our digital marketplace. Our digital marketplace has been live since December last year, 2024. It's a basic website, but using WordPress, we use WordPress to build it. But it's a marketplace that anybody can just go to www.byscrap.com.ng. You have your e-waste, that laptop you used in school after your project, and you just dumped it at home. You just post it there, or you send us a request pickup. And the next, if you are in Lagos, the next day we pick up. So for other states, we have a marketplace, and we have partnership with other local recycling companies that can be able to collect it and send for recycling. Next slide, please. And so this is total addressable market. According to the Global E-Waste Monitor, just 1% of e-waste in Africa is recycled. We were in Kenya last month for the Circular Economy Program. We were opportunity to be part of the top 12 across Africa for the program. And we also did our market research in Nairobi and understood that even Kenya have the same problem. And they entertained our platform. Also, in Lagos, in Nigeria, only 20% of the 32 million tons are being recycled. So if you look at it, I put at 29.03 million metric tons. There's competition in this market, so many competitors, but what if we can just take only 500 tons per year out of this e-waste? That's profit for us. Not just profit, but impact to the community. Next slide. And so how we actually make money? Our basic way of making money, it's actually through our door-to-door waste e-pickup services. When you go on our platform, you request pickup, put the weight, put the location, and put other, sometimes you, when you want to sell your e-waste, sometimes you can have other items you want to sell, like plastic waste. Even now we got, some people put some types of food waste, like our friend that does the coconut, even the palm kernel waste, all this. Sometimes you can just put it. We have other recycling companies through our partnership with Recycling Association of Nigeria, RAN. We are a member, so we can send such orders to them also, since we can't pick them up. So our marketplace also has 5% e-waste transaction fee, and we have recurring revenue for businesses that are into e-waste that want to repurpose this e-waste. You go to Computer Village and you want to repair your laptop, and they say this is an old laptop, but you still want it. The plastic or the inch is bad, but that inch, we have it, we keep them, you understand? We also have even chargers that are old, but you still have that laptop, that you can't find it. Probably the company is out of business or no more producing. We can still sell it. You go to our marketplace, you still have it. Next slide, please. And so this is our go-to-market strategy. Our biggest strength is our digital marketing online. You go on Google now and say, I want to sell my scrap TV. If you just go there now, you see us at the top. So daily we get more than 20 to 50 orders online, but we can't even keep up with the orders, especially in other states and in other countries, when we are not even targeting other keywords for other countries, but we still get such orders. We also trade the informal sectors. So we partner with them in Agege, we partner them with Oshodi, some in Alaba, Computer Village. Those that buy it, we partner with some of them, the major players, so that they can also educate. Because of language barrier, they can also, mostly the Hausas, and we, other people, they can also educate others. So we also do direct outreaches, community drives to communities. That's once in a month. Next slide, please. And so these are our competitors, Packham, Recycle, Tax, Scrappage. This is our biggest competitors because NSCRA just partnered with them for a digital marketplace for waste. Next slide, please. So we also have a tree planting initiative with Umpire. That's our biggest strength. For every waste donated through Umpire, there in Enugu, we plant a tree. And so this is what we have made since December 2024, 7.2 million in total revenue, total expenses and cost 3.32 million because of the marketplace development, and it was also ACT, which is another major problem for us, and we had to rebuild. And net profit of 3.88 million, 3.83 million and 3 million. Next slide, please. So we have a great team. I'm the CEO, but I run the operations mostly. We have Indama, the Chief Technology Officer, the CTO for the online platform, Chief Financial Officer for our finance, Chief Marketing Officer, one of our greatest strengths because we need to market this business. Next slide, please. And so we have attracted over 400 users, collected over 20 tons of e-waste. Thank you.
All right, well done. Thank you. Good pitch. But I'm trying to connect the problem you mentioned in your first slide and how you solve. I didn't see that. You disposing copper wires, batteries. I didn't see how you solve that problem.
Okay, and so how we solve the problem is that so the informal sectors, when they buy this e-waste from our homes, the next thing they do is that you want to weigh copper now. There's rubber, there are so many things, they have to burn it. Your ACs, there are some things that they don't need, some type of plastic that cannot be recycled. Some don't even know they recycle some other plastics now. So they just break it, dispose of them. So you go to dump fields, even when Loma comes to pick in your home, they pick the valuable items they feel they need and can sell. They just need extra cash. They are not caring about the environment. That's one of the major problems. So we are trying to formalize that sector that, okay, everything here can be recycled. Everything here can be recycled. That's just what we are trying to do.
So how do you recycle it? So what happens?
Yes, so our partners, Inkling Recycling Limited, and it's based in Ikeja. They are a major player. So they only buy in big tons. Like you have 5 tons, 2 tons, 10 tons. But these guys need sharp money and go back to where they came from. And so they can't immediately just sell. So and we have to also wait, which is why our financial is also low. We have to also wait maybe 1 month before, because we are sorting, and sorting takes time. We have to wait 1 month before we get our money from them, but we still have to keep buying.
How do you ensure that what you are buying is not stolen?
Yes, that's the biggest challenge. So when that's the biggest challenge we actually face. Right now, even when you reach out to us that you want to sell your old laptops, the first thing we ask is for your old receipt. But majority of people don't have old receipt. Then we have to bring in a lawyer for identification and all that. But it's a very, very long process. And some Nigerians are not ready to care. So we are still trying to solve that problem, which is why we need partnership from agencies like the government agencies, just like the way we do the payment solution, NIN to verify. If you can get such partnership integrated on our platform, it's easier for us to be able to know that, okay, what we are buying is not stolen. But most times when you don't have receipt, we reject such orders after careful considerations. We rejected over 50 last week. And it's painful for us, but it's the best to stay away from problems. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Buy Scrap Nigeria. And with that, we've come to the end of the pitchathon. Our judges will put heads together and collate the results and come up with an announcement of winners any minute from now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to recognize the presence of the Executive Assistant on Finance to the Governor of Lagos State, Akolade Oni. Thank you very much, sir. You're most welcome. It's an honor to have you with us today. A round of applause, thank you. I also want to recognize the presence of the Executive Vice Chairman of the Veteransil Group, Ashiwaju Dr. Tunji Olubodi. A round of applause for him. Thank you very much, sir. It's an honor to have you with us today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will get to find out who the winners of the DBN Techpreneur Summit 4.0 Pitchathon will be. And while the judges collate the results, while they put heads together, while they rub minds together, we will replay the documentary of last year's winners. Just in case you're wondering, yes, it's quite different from what was announced earlier. We've tweaked the program a little bit. We've tweaked the event flow a little bit to enable for smoother transition and maximum efficiency. Let's have the documentary on the screen right about now. Thank you. Judges?
The Chief Executive here at Power Labs Limited. My name is Adeshina Adeomi, and I'm the CEO at TradeLender.
My name is Sonny Wose. I'm the founder and CEO of Niton.
My name is Ifeanyi, and I'm the founder and CEO of Powerful. Powerful is a metering and a payment integration platform that helps large energy projects anywhere in Nigeria, serving multiple energy customers, meter and collect payments efficiently.
TradeLender is a digital bank committed to providing tailor-made financing for small and medium-scale businesses, as well as farmers across Nigeria and emerging markets.
We are currently Nigeria's third largest digital export solution for agriculture, fabrics, and mineral resources to the international market. We've gone on to also provide supply chain solutions for large-scale businesses within the Nigerian ecosystem, and also procurement credit for business that are looking to export into the international market.
Power Labs is a clean energy company founded here in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Our sole aim is to make energy affordable and easily accessible to all. That is a problem we're looking to solve.
Since we started in 2021, we had a clear mission to be able to support small and medium-scale businesses with financial offerings to drive financial inclusion and create the next 1 million jobs by 2020.
Our vision is to become the go-to platform that helps these large energy projects assure revenue more efficiently.
How we heard about DBN was through Agem Capital. So we're in conversation with Agem Capital at the time, and they told us about the DBN Pitch program and how DBN is supporting a lot of large businesses. And so we applied for the program and we got in, and we were super excited that we got into the pitch competition.
We're partnering with Agem Capital, and it was through Agem Capital and Deal Room Nigeria that told us about the DBN Techpreneur Summit in 2024. That's 3.0. And we thought it was a good chance for us to show ourselves and talk about what we do to the world.
In line with our drive, we discovered the DBN Techpreneur Challenge, which was an opportunity for us to be able to establish and also deepen financial inclusion in partnership with the right stakeholders.
I got to know about the DBN Challenge in 2024, sometime very early of 2024 last year, and I read the requirements, saw the application, applied for it, got selected to pitch, and I'm grateful because I became part of the winner. I was actually the first company that was being called out. I remember that wave of excitement that my dreams are finally coming true, that this is a validation of whatever we've been doing up until the moment.
We were more than excited, knowing fully well that there were a lot of amazing startups that were part of that pitch competition, and we were the winners for the 2024. You know, even up until the next day, we were still super excited about how we won, and we were super, still surprised that we won. So that was a major win for us.
DBN provided us with an opportunity for us to be able to increase our credibility within the market. Today, we've been able to facilitate over 7 billion naira to these small businesses. We've tracked over 10,000 new jobs as a result of the value chain that we support and we enhance.
The growth has been, currently, we're on our 3rd generation unit. We're coming up on the 4th one. And so far this year already, we've already done over 33 units. And by the end of the year, we're looking to have clocked about 100 units sold by the end of this year. So that's a good one. And our revenue, in fact, has been growing. As of last year, our revenue had increased by 40%. And this year, we're looking at an 80% revenue increase. And I dare say the platform was DBN.
Last year, we did over $350,000 in revenue, with total transaction of more than $1,150,000. That was a massive growth from before the program. And I can tell you for a fact that DBN has played a very big role in making that possible, thanks to the credibility that they've given us, as well as the partnership that they've provided for us.
Our business has grown astronomically since benefiting from the DBN Challenge. So at first, before the program, we were transacting around less than 30 million naira in terms of monthly transaction volume. We had around less than 1,000 customers that we were processing payments for these large mini-grid operations and energy projects. After the challenge, when we won it, we went to the markets, and because of the brand visibility among mini-grid operators in Nigeria, we were able to increase transaction volumes to around 10,000 customers, which gave us 100 million naira in terms of volume of transaction. That was a direct correlation of the fact that Powerful did win the DBN Challenge in 2024, and we're entirely grateful for that opportunity.
Our team size participating with the DBN Techpreneur has grown from just 14 to over 24 today, and we are still hiring. We've also been able to enhance our technology, which puts us as the forefront partner for most of the development organizations who are looking to drive financial inclusion across the grassroots.
Today, we are currently handling a project over 250 kVA, and we're looking to do even more.
One of the two things that the DBN Challenge gives to us as a company is the validation that our ideas, the validation that it is possible, validation that we are trying to become, like I said earlier, a go-to platform that helps energy companies collect payments more efficiently. And that level of validation has helped us onboard more customers. We have customers in Abuja, more customers in Lagos. We have also customers in Benin City, growing in terms of transaction volume, onboarding more of their clients, integrating our banking infrastructure with our metering to help them collect payments more efficiently. The experience has been wonderful, and that the DBN has provided for us.
The biggest thing we got out of the pitch competition and being one of the winners was credibility. DBN is not just investing in startups, they are passionate about supporting you all the way. I believe DBN is more than just investing in startups. They are playing an important role to make sure that these startups exceed and grow exponentially in the Nigerian ecosystem.
One of the specific reference points of participating in the Techpreneur 2024 Challenge was that the organization was very, very apt. They were able to support us through the whole process of application to the interview process.
They even had a training session for us that took us through how your pitch deck should be tailored, how you're going to pitch to what audience and all that. And it was an amazing experience for us at Power Labs.
I am proud to be a winner of the DBN Techpreneur Challenge 2024.
And we are proud to be one of the DBN Techpreneur Winners 2024.
And I am proud to be the winner of the DBN Techpreneur Challenge 2024.
Thank you so much, DBN. We are proud to be the winners of the DBN Techpreneur Summit 2024.
Development Bank of Nigeria, financing sustainable.
from you. Don't go from you. Show you the money. Baby, that's from you. Show me your body. Don't go from you. Show you the money. Baby, that's from you. Baby, move from you. Don't go from you. Show you the money. Baby, that's from you. Show me your body. Don't go from you. tate, iali una, ori kaman, iali una, Louiselle, ori tate, iali una, Louiselle,
All right, our judges are almost ready with the official announcement. So if you're in the exhibition area, please make your way to the main hall. Thank you very much. Please make your way to the conference area, main conference area of the hall. Thank you. Our judges are almost ready with the official announcement. So please make your way to the main conference area of the hall so we can all be focused on that important activity of announcing our winners and presenting their prizes. Do not forget, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, use the hashtag #ControlShift, CTRLSHIFT. Also, hashtag DBN Techpreneur Summit. And remember on Instagram to tag the official handle of the Development Bank of Nigeria at DEV Bank NG, at Dev Bank NG. Thank you. All right, please proceed to the main conference. Please proceed to the main conference area. Thank you very much. Of the hall. Please proceed to the main conference area of the hall. For those of you in the exhibition area, thank you very much. Our judges are collating the results, and yes, they are almost ready to make the official announcement. So if you are in the exhibition area, I know that, yes, a number of people have started playing some of the games. We have Jenga, we have AOK, and yes, we also have table soccer. So yes, I can understand that. Some of those games might be very, very engaging. All right, please let's move to the main conference area so we can announce the winners. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please let's proceed to the main conference area so we can announce our winners. I'm sure that, yes, you'd want to know who the winners of our pitchathon are. Thank you very much. Wherever you are, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, please move to the main conference area of the hall. Thank you. And once we're done with that, we will listen to the vote of thanks, after which we will proceed for lunch. So yes, we are almost at the terminal point of the event. So please, wherever you are, please proceed to the main conference area of the hall so we can announce the winners and call it a wrap for today. Thank you. All right, our judges are ready to announce the winners. So they will announce the winners from third to first. Cue the music, please. Thank you. Let's drop the music a little bit. All right, this is the final call. Our judges are now ready to make the official announcement of winners. Our judges are ready to make the announcement. So please, wherever you are, proceed to the main conference area of the hall. And as much as possible, let's have some peace and quiet, all right, in the hall so that we can focus on the activity that is going to unfold right here on the stage. Would like to beg the indulgence of those in the exhibition area. Please, let's just proceed to the main conference area of the hall. Thank you very much. Our judges are ready to make that announcement. Thank you very much. We also hope that, yes, the noise level at the back will reduce. Thank you. So we can focus on the activity that will unfold on the stage right about now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome the representative of the judges to make the official announcement of the winners. Please join me to welcome the founder and CEO, Deal Room, Comfort Arosa Semege. Round of applause for her as she takes the stage. It is time for the official announcement of winners. So wherever you are, please, you do not want to miss this activity. This is indeed the crescendo. Yes, we are almost at that point. Official announcement of winners from third position to first.
All right. Thank you, DBN. Thank you, judges. Thank you for the job that has been done. Thank you for every startup that has been involved in this. Techpreneur Summit 2025. So I'm going to announce the winners from number 3 all through to number 1. So my advice and my admonition, well done. Keep building and keep making the shift. So from number 3 on the list that I have today is, ladies and gentlemen, number 3 winner for Techpreneur Summit 2025, Eco Cyclers. Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, in third position, Eco Cyclers, all the way from Enugu State, Eco Cyclers. The third place winner, DBN Techpreneur Summit 4.0. The middle of the stage will just be fine, middle of the stage. And to present the award, middle of the stage, Eco Cyclers, middle of the stage. To present the award, please join me to welcome on stage Independent Non-Executive Director, ICGL, subsidiary of DBN, Mr. Baki Saliu. Round of applause for him as he steps up on stage to make that presentation. If you are not in the main conference area of the hall, you are missing out. On stage in third position at the 2025 edition of the DBN Techpreneur Summit, we have all the way from Enugu State, Eco Cyclers. Paparazzi, that's your cue. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Eco Cyclers. Thank you very much, Mr. Baki Saliu, Independent Non-Executive Director, ICGL, subsidiary of DBN.
All right. Okay, so I didn't remember to mention the point. So she won that with a total of 325.5 points. All right, for the second position, we have KQ Farms with a total of 324 points.
The head Human Resources DBN, Mrs. Uche Ogbonaya, will be presenting this award. Please come up on stage, ma'am. You will be presenting this award.
When I turn it on, off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off it, moving so phenomenally.
Ladies and gentlemen, on stage in second position at DBN Techpreneur Summit 4.0, we have Kiki Fan.
When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel
Kiki Fan's in second place, ladies and gentlemen. And to present our top prize, the numero uno, the number one position at the 2025 edition of DBN Techpreneur Summit. Please join me to welcome the Managing Director, CEO, DBN, Dr. Tony Opanachi, on stage. Also joining him to make the official presentation is Independent Non-Executive Director, DBN, Malam Mohammed Mustafa bin Tubay. A round of applause for them as they come on stage. This way, gentlemen. Thank you. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment you all have been waiting for when we get to unveil the winner of the top prize. Madam Judge, over to you.
Right. So for the first position for 2025 Techpreneur 4.0, and the winner is by scrap.
Ladies and gentlemen, unveiling the winner of the top prize, the top position, coming in first place, by Scrap Nigeria, DBN Techpreneur Summit 4.0. Make way for the champion, by Scrap Nigeria.
for the champion.
Take it away.
Stand up for the champions, for the champions.
By Scrap Nigeria in top position. By Scrap Nigeria in top place. By Scrap Nigeria in first position. DBN Innovation Award, grand prize, 6 million naira only.
Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is.
Sirs, please don't go yet. We want to have a group photograph with the winners. All our winners, please come on stage. Second position, third position, please come on stage with your checks and your plaques, please. With your checks and your plaques, please. Second and third, please. Kiki Farms, Eco Cyclers, with your plaque and your checks, please.
For the champions, for the champions, stand up.
Keynote speaker, ma'am. Keynote speaker, ma'am. Please join them on stage for this group photograph. Paparazzi, hold it. We have the full complement of our directors. And yes, keynote speaker, please join them on stage for this group photograph. Thank you.
Myself back up, and when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, our top three winners for DBN Techpreneur Summit 4.0. In third position, Eco Cyclers. In second position, Kiki Farms. And in first position, numero uno, number one, top place, we have by Scrap Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen. Paparazzi, that is your cue. An opportunity to take 1,000,001 photographs. Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, as you go back to your seats. Thank you very much. So yes, big and massive congratulations to all of our winners. It has been a most interesting session at the DBN Techpreneur Summit 4.0. Congratulations once again to all of our winners. I trust that, yes, you will continue to expand the frontiers of deploying technology to solving local problems in Nigeria. Thank you very much once again to all of our winners. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a long and interesting day. So yes, thank you for your time, thank you for your patience, and most importantly, thank you for your presence and your contributions. Without your support, this event would not have been a success. It is not really my place to say thank you, so on behalf of the organizers, please join me to welcome to give the vote of thanks to the Chief Operating Officer at DBN, Mr. Bonaventure Ohaimo. A round of applause for him as he steps up on stage to give the vote of thanks. Once again, our panel of judges, thank you very much for an excellent job. Thank you very much, our panel of judges.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a great privilege to be standing before you to give the vote of thanks. First and foremost, let me recognize the presence of everyone that was here today, that came in today, came in on time. Without all of you, this would not have been a success. We would have come here and meant a very empty hall. So let me thank the participants, in fact, everyone that came to make this sound success. Let me also use this opportunity to thank our independent executive director, Malam Bintube. Also thank the independent executive director of Impact, Malam Baki. Let me also thank our keynote speaker, the judges that were sitting here to be able to, I think it was a very tall task, because at my table, we're also trying to do our own judging. But at the end of the day, we only got one out of what you did. So, and I know you have the experience. You're actually much more technical than some of us. So thank you for a job well done. Let me also use the opportunity to thank the Director General of the National Directorate for Employment. I know he's not here now, but his colleagues and staff are still with us. Thank you to all the participating agencies and other institutions that came to what we were doing. And finally, my thanks to all of the participants that made the pitches. You all made this very, very exciting. And I'm also looking forward to how the collaboration and all the innovative ideas that you have put forward today would be put out into the marketplace. And I know that all of you, even the ones that didn't win, I believe seriously and clearly that we're going to see a new crop of technopreneurs within a short time in our country. Thank you so much, and may God bless all of you as you go back to your respective homes. Thank you.
Words well spoken by Mr. CEO DBN, Mr. Bonaventure Ohaimo. Thank you very much, sir, for those words. Ladies and gentlemen, and with that, we've come to the end of DBN Techpreneur Summit 4.0. Thank you once again. As you step out of the hall, please remember lunch is served. You step out of the hall through any of the exits at the back. Please proceed to the foyer where lunch will be served. Thank you for coming to DBN Techpreneur Summit 4.0. Enjoy your meal. See you at Techpreneur Summit 5.0 by God's grace. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here.
Please remember to leave with your personal possessions. Please remember to leave with your personal possessions. Do not leave your personal possessions in the hall. So once you step out of the hall to get your lunch, please ensure you leave with your personal possessions. Once you have served your meal, you can come back in here to enjoy your meal. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Now we can go conqueror. Thank
Step aside for the game changer. Bekasi, Ona Bekasi, Ebube Dike, Iwe Dikepe, Wani Manaria, Achaluko Dike, The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zobu, Zobu, Enyimba, Toya Dike, Nenu Dike, Toya Dike, Nenu Dike, Iye Jamara Dike, Ruenu, Ekwe Chenjigo, Iye Jamara Dike, Ruenu, Ekwa Dagarigo. Wani Manaria, Achaluko Dike.